So if you're involved in a wreck with a semi-tractor trailer, one of the first things you need to do is obviously contact the authorities, but then your next phone call should be to call an attorney. And the reason is the trucking company is going to be doing the exact same thing. Trucking incidents tend to be more serious than a typical motor vehicle versus motor vehicle collision, which means there's a lot at stake for this trucking company. They're going to immediately call people to the scene. They have what we call accident reconstructionists literally on call who are going to arrive at that scene, preserve the evidence, and immediately start building a case against you. As the motoring public, your expertise is not in the legal field like the team of lawyers at GBM Law. Better safe than sorry to reach out to an attorney. Let the experts decide if you have a case or not. You're gonna have a personal injury case if you're involved in a motor vehicle collision with a truck, and if you're injured, it's that simple. Whether or not legally that case will survive, leave that up to the experts. Even if it turns out that your injuries are, for lack of a better term, relatively minor, why not call an attorney, get a free consultation, and get some good free legal advice to help guide you along the way. So when you're involved in a motor vehicle collision with a trucking company, it's best to go to your own auto insurance company, open up a claim to start the process of getting your vehicle fixed so that we can get you, or you can get yourself, into a vehicle and get back to life. If you're injured to the point where you're in the hospital, again, you're gonna wanna call an attorney to get on this case. Because the good thing about getting an attorney involved early is then you don't have to deal with the trucking company's representatives. You don't have to deal with the trucking company's insurance company. In fact, you don't even have to deal with your own insurance company. Because as soon as we get involved, we send what are called letters of representation to the insurance companies involved, to the trucking company that is involved, telling all these entities, hands off, this person is represented, and we're here to take the burden off of you and pursue this matter. So there are several claims that arise when you're involved in a wreck with a truck or a trucking company. You got several slices of that personal injury pie. Medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. And if the injury is severe enough and it's permanent, part of your personal injury claim also involves future damages for future harms, future medical bills that you may incur because you need additional treatment. Future lost wages if you're injured to the point where you can't pursue the line of work that you love anymore. You've got lost wages for your future inability to earn income. And then also, if that's a permanent injury, you're gonna have future pain and suffering. So there's so many different claims that make up that pie that I was talking about. The reason you should hire GBM to handle your trucking accident case is because this firm has been around for over 40 years. We are experienced in these types of cases. Trucking companies must abide by a myriad of federal trucking regulations, and a lot of those trucking regulations involve documentation. They have to go through a drug and alcohol screen after a serious wreck. They have to have what's called a driver qualification file on hand, which shows this truck driver's qualifications. Was he qualified or not? They also have to have a medical file on the trucker. Did he have some sort of condition where he, say, falls asleep at the wheel? And probably one of the most important things that these federal trucking regulations require is a trucker has to have a certain amount of time on and time off, so he's getting enough sleep. And we have found these logbooks they're doctored all the time. Because remember, these truckers, they are paid by the mile, not by time. So a lot of times, as we say, they're running hot and they're not getting the sleep they need. And to prove that requires an experienced lawyer who knows where to look to show the recklessness of the trucking company that equated to a terrible loss. We will take the burden of pursuing this claim from you because fighting against a multi-million-dollar trucking company is very difficult. They're gonna have teams of lawyers and experts on their side, and you need to have the same on your side as we pursue this on your behalf to get you the compensation that you deserve.